LG Arena in Birmingham with 16 photographers shooting moves, where I had an altercation.
Hi, welcome to Music Behind the Lens. Hi, welcome to Music Behind the Lens. I'm your host, Martin Bowen. Hi, welcome to Music Behind the Lens, part 2 of Fishbones Glover, who is known as the Gig Tog, who's now retired due to health reasons in the music photography industry. Sit back and enjoy our little chat for the next hour or so. Okay, Music Behind the Lens, part 2. Thanks for having this interview with us today, Fishbones. Much appreciated. And I think it's 4 years ago we had a little chat the last time, so things have moved on. And we could, as you say, we could talk forever about things in the industry. So
probably not to this time.
It's okay. So the beginning. Do you remember the moment photography became more than just a hobby for you?
No, I really don't. 40 years ago.
Right.
So, I mean, at the moment, I can't remember what I did yesterday. So.
Right. Yeah.
Just been interested in it forever, basically.
Yeah.
And as you go through taking photographs of family and pets and what have you, you then find other things to shoot, landscapes and things. And it just evolves, doesn't it? So,
yeah,
I fancied a challenge. And everything I was doing really wasn't, because photography is really easy when the light's fantastic and that. So I thought, gigs, that's where it's at, because the moving and the light's not always great. So so that's basically my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I know you've retired from physical photography, but in a sense you're still doing photography in a way, because
you never give up.
You're never giving up, because you can sit and you can maybe edit a little picture, you can show, or you can talk about it.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's still been involved in some way, and it's shown a keen interest that this hobby will never leave us.
Well, no,
that's the reality.
You've done something for such a long time, you become it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
I mean, we're going to the next question. What drew you specifically into music photography? But I think, again, we've all got other interests, and I think probably yours would have been the music, and you're just matching the two.
Yeah, it was the challenge, like I just said, about how do you develop skills? It's by putting yourself in situations where you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
And you're worried that you might not get the shot.
Yeah.
And the fact that you might not get the shot pushes you to learn quicker, I think.
Yeah.
And that's in a nutshell.
Yeah. And obviously, it's not a particular genre of music although it could be punk and indie and rock.
Yeah, that's mainly.
I actually looked at a lot of your images, and you photographed everyone from your top 1980s bands, like even Katy Perry or anything like that, Melly C at the Spice Girls. But I think obviously we all know you from a lot of it from the punk.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what I say about that is people used to say, like Amy McDonald was the example I know.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, I didn't know you liked her.
Yeah, I do as well.
And I said, well, I don't. But she was playing.
Yeah.
And then I say, a bus driver doesn't only drive down the roads he likes.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you've done festivals as well, and the whole atmosphere of a festival in the pit and in the press tent as well is one of the things that I really enjoy. We've got that camaraderie. We're all in there, busy. We're getting our images edited and sent off if some are sent to press or whatever. And I like that kind of group as well. So you're not particularly there for what is on the stage, but really just for the social side. Yeah,
exactly.
Can you remember the first time you stood in a photo pit? No?
Really can't. I mean, I saw the question and I was thinking, oh, well, when was that then?
Yeah, I mean, I can remember, I think it was just Janet Dam in Ayr. So, but the amount of photo pits, what would be the one that stands out the most for you in the photo pit, though?
Well,
like location-wise, or
I was thinking about it while you were just talking there, and there's a good chance that my first photo pit with a pass would probably be Stiff Little Fingers, probably.
Right. Yeah.
That's partly because Jake's my mate and what have you, but it is what it is.
I know, and you couldn't really put. I mean, we talked about your first interview about Barrowlands, and the pit was really, really hard, and you had to put your head over part in the middle, and that was one of the iconic pits. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And it was like, is there something like a World War I? You were like in this tunnel.
I'm part of it in here.
Yeah, well, that's right. So we'll go to the next chapter, and the next part would be the pressure.
Yeah.
I know you went over the questions. So, what goes through your mind when security says 3 songs, or even when you go and pick up that pass at the box office?
It never really worried me.
Right.
Because I'd done a lot of hard work in the smaller venues, doing the hard yard, so to speak.
Yeah.
When you get to bigger venues, even with a band that's got notoriously bad line, it's still easier.
Yeah.
So therefore, the pressure that I felt was before that kind of thing was in the small, sweaty dive venues, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I never really felt any pressure because it's not you against any other photographer.
No.
It's not you against whatever. It's you against the light, and that's it. And if you know how to work with the light, you should be fine. Yeah,
there is some bands who specifically mention, and it's happened to most recently, where they'll say, "We've got 3 songs, but you're in for song 1 and you're in for song 4 and 7."
Yeah.
And you've been pulled in back and forth because that's the ones they want photographed.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you feel about that one, or is that just can that just you just got on with the job, or is it just something that could be?
Basically, turn up, listen to what the remit is, do that.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, when I shot Jesus and Mary Chain, not a fan. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan at all. And they were playing 2 albums in the entirety. This was in the Barrows, I'm sure it was. And you weren't allowed in the pit for the first album. And then I think it was something like 6, 7 and 8 for the second album.
Right.
So basically, I was forced to listen to what I considered to be dirge all that time. And I was thinking to myself, because of the way I used to work, if I'd have done 1, 2 and 3 of the first album, I could have been off to another venue doing another band.
Yeah.
Because that's what I used to do. I mean,
there's a lot of photographers have done that. I've not done. Have I done it myself? I don't think I have.
The most I've done in one day is 3, in 2 different cities.
Wow.
1 in Glasgow, then 1 in Edinburgh, and then another one in Glasgow. But the stage time suited.
Yeah.
It was, and there's a little bit of warp drive.
Yeah.
On the M8, but I didn't say that.
Yeah, well, so that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately for me, with some bands, they've said to the staff and what have you, he's allowed to do whatever he wants, wherever he wants, whenever he wants. So, it doesn't happen very often.
Have you ever missed the shot you were waiting for?
In retrospect, I have.
Right.
Peter Kaminski took a shot of Chris Burney from Bowling for Soup.
Right.
And it's one of my favourite photographs of people I know. He does a thing where he gets his plectrum and he flicks it up in the air, catches it, carries on playing. Now, Pete got the shot. I mean, I didn't even see him do this. I must have been shooting Jared or somebody. And the good thing about the photo was that Pete caught him. His eye was looking directly at the pick up in the air.
Right.
And the pick wasn't that on side on; it was that way on, so you could see that it was a pick, and everything was pin sharp. Right. And I thought it was an excellent photo.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and so when I saw that, I sort of went, "Oh, I wish I'd have got that."
Yeah.
So that's the only example of that I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose over the years there's been one or two that I've just put to the back of my mind and can't remember or something, you know.
Yeah.
So there's probably one or two, but that's the one that stands out for me.
Right.
Fantastic photo.
Yeah, there's quite a lot that stood out for me. Well, next question, and this is, I was thinking about this one as I was coming up to speak to you today, myself, but I'm sure you've been in a lot of times where the pit's been really chaotic. What's the most chaotic pit you've ever worked in?
That one's...
Especially with the kind of genre of music you do.
That one's actually really easy, and we sort of skirted over that one last time. Yeah. Which was the LG Arena in Birmingham with 16 photographers shooting news, where I had an altercation,
that's right,
let's say, with one chap, and 16 photographers all trying to get this one shot that wasn't going to last forever, and probably 6 people got it. Right. The first guy was hogging the spot. I think I mentioned that before, and I made sure that he wasn't hogging the spot. Right. Yeah. Got my shot and moved, and a few more got the shot, and then obviously it was when Matt Bellamy was on his knees. Right. Yeah. Doing a solo and that. Yeah. So chaotic pit, not half. Yeah. One pit that I remember that wasn't great was actually the Corn Exchange, as was. Phones in the Machine. 10 photographers, I think there were. Wow. And the pit was this wide, literally that wide, and we were all trying to climb over each other, trying to get obviously a shot of Florence. Right. That's the main target before, you know, shoot the rest of the band and that. And it was just so crammed. I touched parts of people that I've not touched, and I'm married. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I got touched by people. You know, it's very interesting, but sometimes that happens. Yeah, and that's quite a good. Well, if it was the old pit in the question, but now it's a little bit wider, but it's still quite close and intimate. You can be quite intimate. Last question in this section of the pressure. How do you stay calm in that environment? Unflappable. Unflappable, yeah. Nothing bothers me. Yeah. The only thing that bothers me is obnoxious photographers. Generally speaking, and it's a shame because you've got to learn one way or another. It's normally newbies. Yeah. Who run around like blue horse flies, and who don't take the backpacks off. Oh yeah. And hog spots, and do Hail Marys all the time. You know. Yeah. I thought, but we still use our second eye. We still can step back and look at before we take the shot. You've got to be aware of everything that's going on as well. But there's a lot of them using LCD and they're putting them up in front of you. See, I don't understand this weird modern voodoo stuff. No. And I'm sure that if I was still working, I get the impression that I wouldn't be working for long because of the way that I used to deal with people like that. Yeah. And I would be basically banned, probably. Yeah. Because it's changed now, but I can see the difference. I think there's an attitude swing as well. Yeah. People of our vintage, let's say, who've done it for X amount of years, understand. And if I said to you or tapped you on the shoulder, you'd move. Yeah, 100%. Just as I was finishing up with some of these new people, you tap them on the shoulder, they turn around and just go, "What?" Yeah. No, that means move. Yeah. And they wouldn't. And again, it's in a way I'm lucky that I've become disabled. Yeah. Because it stopped me from getting into far more trouble than I would have done. Yeah. Because I can't put up with that. Yeah. Every photographer should understand the rules. Yeah. Whether they're written or not. Yeah. And it's just common courtesy. You have to treat, if there's more than just 2 of you in a pit, you've got to, you've got to be part of that team, whether you're shooting for yourself or not. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
You've got to all learn to dance with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And a lot of people don't.
No. Right, the craft. Right. Has your gear changed the way you see a show?
No. My gear just captured the way I saw a show.
Right, okay.
That's basically, well, that's what I always intended it to do anyway.
Yeah.
You know? I suppose with Zoom, it did change the way I did see it a little bit. Because obviously, unless you've got bionic eyes or something,
yeah,
you can pick out finer detail, but really, no. My gear just captured how I saw the show in the first place anyway.
I think that's the whole objective. That's the way I see it as well. And you can use any type of gear. A lot of people, fair enough, I think you see a lot going on in the mobile phones, but mobile phones have moved on so much. I mean, we're actually filming this with my iPhone and it's 2K. And you're like, well, it's just capturing it. I think it's the person behind the gear.
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, I mean, I've got a very sniffy attitude towards anybody using a phone.
Right.
I've got to admit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good they are now.
Yeah.
It's not pro gear.
Right.
I mean, I've got a meme that I made for.
That's now again.
For Facebook, and it's a guy with a SLR before DSLR taking a photograph, and I think it says something like. Well, I appreciate the efforts that you make with your phone in the pit. Let's face it, your photos are shittier than a shit day in Shitsville or something.
Right, yeah.
Something like that. And I suppose it's with me being retired now, as I don't see phones as serious gear.
Right.
I just don't. I mean, they're probably very good now.
Yeah.
But unless you're, that's not. I don't think that's being a photographer. I really don't. I mean, I've joined a few sites on Facebook that are all to do with this, and one's from beginners through to professionals specifically, and there's so many that are shooting from the crowd as a punter. With the phones, and some shots are really good, to be fair.
Yeah. Most
aren't. And because you can't, and they ask for criticism, that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
And you think, well, if I say what I think, you're going to get really upset.
Yeah.
And then want me banned from the site or something, whereas, if you've got a photographer's mind, you know that they're not very good in the scheme of things. So they're putting themselves up for. Well, that's the thing. If you can't take criticism, don't do it.
Yeah, because how can you get better at what you're doing? Because criticism is the main thing for me.
A lot of people I've noticed on one of the other sites where they're supposed to be all professionals. They've said, these are from my second gig. I'm using blah, 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 whatever. Mirrorless stuff I don't understand now. And I use this filter and this like star filters and all this.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
It's only my second gig ever. And the photos, if they weren't been messed, with the filters on, they would have been really good.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair.
I've got that feeling as well. I've seen a lot of them using them.
They think by using all these gizmos and that it's going to make the photo better. It's not.
Yeah, because there's another thing that's another trend that I've seen is motion. I mean, I've got one of my pictures from Mr. MC's where he's actually moving, and I got it on the shot, and I didn't move my camera or anything. That it was just the way I've set the camera up.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of them either using presets or they're putting this blur motion through the images.
I hate that.
It just doesn't look right to me.
I've always wanted to freeze it.
Yeah.
The difference between a live album and a studio album. I've always preferred the studio album.
Right.
You know what I mean? So trying too hard is what I think it is.
I think so. You're 100% right. So we'll go to the next one. Is there a lens you instinctively reach for? That's a tricky one, I think. I know what one I'd go for.
2470.
Yeah.
That's in the end. The last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. It's the only lens I took. Took one body, and that's it. Because if you needed a zoom, the way you have to excuse me. Sometimes
no, just take your time.
The way you can crop with decent cameras negates the need, really.
Yeah.
As long as you've got the subject sharp focus.
Yeah, high pixelation on it, haven't you?
Yeah. So. You don't really need, especially in the pit. Yeah. You don't need a 7200 in the pit.
No.
Oh well, I want to get the drummer. I think the MS was starting to make itself known in the last years, and I could do without carrying lots and lots of gear. So, I mean, I had the Spider Pro holster thing, so I didn't have straps around my neck. I removed the strap off my camera and replaced it with a split ring in one of the chassis anchor points, and then a doubled fluorescent shoelace,
right?
Flat shoelace. And people said, "Well, what if it snaps?" You have tried snapping a shoelace, ain't gonna happen, is it?
No.
So travel light is what I did towards the end, because you don't need all your gear.
No.
Especially in the pit, you don't. I mean, the same if it's like a sound desk shoot. You don't need your 50 on your wide angle, really. No. If you're only interested in capturing what's on stage, you only need your bigger lenses. So, you know, a 7200, maybe 100, 400 zoom or something. Because generally speaking, that'll be in a big venue, and big venues have good lighting. So you don't need, if your 100 to 400 is only an f4.
Oh, that's it.
So only, well, it doesn't matter because the lighting's going to be great.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, so people overcomplicate it, I think.
Think so, yeah.
They think more gear means better shots. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't, no.
It means you've got more to cart around and worry about.
Yeah, because we're going to be talking about a couple of images that you've got. We talk about silhouettes. And a lot of people nowadays think they need the light, and sometimes it's about capturing what you see by the eye.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's the way I look at it anyway.
Yeah.
So let's so next one. Do you shoot differently? And this is a little bit different for you because you no longer shoot. Do you shoot differently now compared to when you started? Now, what I would say in that one, as you progress through your career, did you find you were changing from the beginning to when you gave it up?
Well, I learned a lot more and how to use my camera better.
Right.
But shot-wise, I mean, I had spells of doing particular kind of shot, like, for instance, a very close headshot. And then I did a whole lot of jump shots.
Right.
Only when people jumped, obviously.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're
to jump.
You're at the mercy of the artist then, but
yeah, in
the punk world, that happens a lot. So, you know, I sort of did that kind of thing. But generally speaking, now, my remit in the pit was photograph of everybody, full body shot, and maybe a close-up of everybody. A wide shot, including as many people as you can of the band, if possible. It's not always.
No.
And then the odd thing that somebody might do.
Yeah.
That was the four main things that I used. And if I got the first two things right, then that'll do. That'll have to do.
Yeah.
You can't make shoegazer bands do somersaults and stuff.
No.
Because they won't.
Yeah.
And even when they're trying to, a lot of good shots are not when they're playing, it's when they're talking to the audience. They can be quite animated. Shoegazers, no. They just mumble and just get on with it.
Yeah.
It can be quite unsatisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen me leave the pit well before the 3 songs are up because I can see, like, so that I've got what I need to get.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go back to the 3 song thing.
That's what I used to do at Rebellion.
Yeah.
The house photographers could be in as long as they wanted normally. Yeah. Not always. And the lighting at Rebellion was normally really good as well. So before we had a rota where you've got to shoot whatever, you could shoot whatever you wanted, and I wanted to shoot as much as possible. So I spent maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute in the pit for the first song, get what was required. Because it was the punk genre, you quite often got manic stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And you go, right, that's me, next one.
Yeah. 6
stages to choose from. I've done this one, that's who's on wherever, and go to another one and see what you can get there.
Yeah, yeah. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, we touched on the next question briefly about mobile phones. And the question is, have you ever used your phone in a serious situation, which is a serious situation where I think the question was
999 once.
Well,
that's a serious situation.
That's what I was thinking. But what I was thinking about more when I put the question down was the battery's dead and all your cameras, right? You're in the pit and all you've got is your phone and you want to get that shot. Would you use it, or would you say, do you know what?
No.
Say la vie.
Absolutely not. See, that's one of the things. I wrote a big sort of on my old website. Frequently asked questions, so I tried to cover all the bases.
Right.
One of the bases was make sure everything's charged. You've got your spare battery.
Yeah.
You know, your gear's in tip-top condition. You've got the right lenses. That's when I used to take a bag with me. You know.
Yeah.
So everything was absolutely ready to go.
Yeah.
So it never happened to be.
Yeah, I've stopped taking a bag. Certainly when I go to the O2s, I just take my cameras.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of having a bag, because you get the bag searches, which is fine, but I walk in, the boys and girls still search me, but as soon as you see it, they think, oh, well, it's just cameras.
On one of these Facebook sites, they were talking about what bags you recommend, and, you know, they just get into it, and what do you use? And I said, I got a photograph of the two, when I used to take two cameras, one with the 70-200 and one with the 24-70 on the Spady Pro holsters.
Right.
And somebody went, you walked in a venue like that? I went, yeah. And you walked through the town from wherever you parked?
Yeah, I'd do the same, yeah.
I went, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's... She said, but you worked in Glasgow most of the time. I said, yeah, so? What does that mean? That doesn't mean it's any worse than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. People might think so.
No.
I was never worried.
No. You get street photographers doing it, and they go out at night, and you get these other ones that's doing different things. So there's actually no different from it. So but anyway, yeah.
People make their own demons in their own minds, don't they?
Definitely. We've just chatted about. We're now going into the definitive 5 images. The images.
Okay.
Of the images you've chosen, which one feels the most personal? So
this one.
Yeah. So tell me about that image.
Well, it was taken at HMV Picture House. As I was saying before about the close head crops and stuff, that was one of them. And the reason it feels personal is because after the gig, Buster, won't call him Douglas, Buster emailed me asking for the shot for personal use. So I went, yeah, sure, no problem. I was on relatively good terms with him. I said, yeah, no problem. Yeah. But if you want to use it for anything else, get back in touch. I'll probably say yes anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there. Never heard a thing. Shall I put this down now?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Because I'll be putting it on the screen anyway.
Okay. Never heard a thing. No big deal. Or at least he was happy with it. That'll do. Until I find that it became an album cover of covers, as it happens.
Right.
Called Just Too Good to Be True, where they covered lots of other songs in a ska style. And the main picture on the cover is exactly that.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't very happy with that, because I didn't get credited. It doesn't say anything on the album. Doesn't say anything on Discogs where these sort of things are normally listed.
Yeah.
So every time they played after that, I was obviously trying to seek him out to say, hey man, what's going on? You know. But he avoided me. He'd stay in the loo or something, or wouldn't come out the dressing room till he could go on stage where he thought he was safe. So I never really got to have it out with him until 2024 when they played Rebellion.
Right.
And they were playing the Casbah stage, which is one that I normally spend my time sitting at the side of because of the access I get. And so before he went on stage, I went up to him. I went, "Hi, Buster," and he saw his face dropped. "Oh, yeah." I said, "Get a selfie." So we did that. I said, "Oh, you know that photo that I sent to you that you said you wouldn't use for anything else, but that ended up on an album? Don't know what you mean, mate." "Don't know what you mean." "Yeah, you do."
Yeah.
"No, sorry, I've got to get on now." So he had to go on stage. So off he goes, and I run up the ramp to get onto the side of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, bare-faced bloody cheek of this guy. He knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
He knows what he did. I mean, you know. So anyway, halfway through their set, he comes off because he's knackered, and he plonks in a seat directly behind me. So I find this on my phone,
mm-hmm.
which I've got a side by side my photo, that album cover. So I got it on my phone, got it the right way around, nudged him. I went, "There you go." He sort of went, yeah. Anyway, I better get on. So he knows. Whether he's got any remorse about that or not, I don't know. But that's why it's personal.
Right.
Because of the involvement with him and what he did with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 questions that I've got within the image, which I'm not going to directly read them out because you cover a lot of those things that you just explained.
Okay.
And there's one of the 4th question that says, "Has an image ever meant more to someone else than it did to you?" So, bearing in mind that the fact to put it on an album cover, it must have been a standout shot.
I presume so.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the people that take photographs of bad manners.
Yeah, myself, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of them.
Yeah, they allow access for most people at most gigs.
Yeah.
So he must have had a multitude to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he asked for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, I've got the album up there.
Yeah.
He obviously felt that it was the best example of him doing his tongue thing.
Yeah.
Side profile or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a great shot. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I was pleased with it at the time, but because of, that's the thing that he did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, you try and catch, when somebody's famous for doing certain things,
mm-hmm.
at the very minimum, you want to get that shot, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's what it was, but I get. All fingers and thumbs these days.
What's that?
Mr. Grohl.
Right, yeah. Foo Fighters.
Yeah. Now, why I've chosen this was, obviously, this was when he'd broken his leg by falling off the stage. And I think that the pass was arranged. I'll put this down there.
Yeah, you can put it down, yeah.
The pass was arranged before they knew whether he was going to be able to play the gigs that they'd got lined up. So, I mean, my eldest daughter was concerned because she said, "Can you ask him if he's going to be able to do like I could do that?" I asked the PR,
mm-hmm.
and they said, "Signs are looking good, but I can't say for certain yet." Anyway, obviously he was able.
Mm-hmm.
And I was worried about. He's a good front man, and I was worried about the limitations of a broken leg, and how much that would take away from the images that you would have expected to get
mm-hmm.
if he had not got a broken leg. So he'd got his little chariot thing that he sat on with his leg up, which moved up and down the stage forwards and backwards,
right,
was
yeah.
pretty good. But he was more animated in that chair than a lot of people who haven't got a broken leg are anyway.
Mm.
And I was quite impressed with the passion that he'd still got, and he'd got this boot on his foot, So it stood out.
Yeah,
purely because of that.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, there's quite a lot of people who've got this shot.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly says a lot for him to do that because a lot of musicians cancel. Well, I've got a broken leg, or I've got this.
Yeah,
and he's been out there, and even to be in that position to capture that moment, it does stand out.
I mean, he's got the nickname "the nicest man in rock," hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And well, maybe that's a bit too peaches and cream or something, but you know, he's got integrity, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I like the fella quite a lot, and I was very pleased with the opportunities he gave that night for a photographer, instead of just sitting, playing, sort of going, "Oh, pooly me," kind of thing. So that's why I chose that.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to the next one. What would you like to choose?
Next one.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Newman.
Gary Newman,
he's an interesting chap, to say the very least.
Yeah.
I'll put it
down. Put it down, yeah.
His lighting, I mean, I shot him numerous times, and his lighting is very hit and miss. He's at one time he was big on the dry ice, the minimal lighting, as you can see from that was Picture House as well in Edinburgh, I think.
All right, yeah.
But obviously, artists have got their own idea of what they should appear like, and for a lot of his music's actually dark, especially these days. So he was going with that aesthetic, and I like that one because the lighting was pretty rubbish, but it looks like he's walking off stage having given his all on the night. Job well done, kind of thing. Although it wasn't at the end of the gig, obviously, because it was the first three.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like to me. And sometimes you don't have to include somebody's face. You can tell who they are. And with Newman, I've got this just briefly to show.
Yeah, you can show it. Yeah, we've got that printed out for you as well, so you can explain.
I picked this one out to go with that one purely because you can't see who it is.
Yeah,
but you know who it is.
You know, it's because of the shape of the silhouette.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I mean that was one of them shots that were taken after I'd finished shooting in the first three, and I'd gone to sit with the missus.
Right.
I'd still got my gear. And I saw the opportunity. I thought, you know what? Sod it. I don't normally do this because once I'm done, I'm done. I normally, mostly, respected that.
Yeah.
But I saw that as I can't miss this.
Yeah.
So I took it out and went click. Just the once, and that's what came of it. So
yeah, I think we've all did that at some point. You just think, oh, I've got a moment here.
I mean, I've gone to do it a few times, but generally speaking, I'm standing with the promoter.
Yeah.
Once I've been in the pit. DF, it used to happen with DF quite a bit. And Kaiser Chiefs. I still hate Ricky Wilson, by the way. I did say he kicked me in the head one time, didn't I? Told you about that. Anyway, beside the point. Anyway, Wilson jumps off and he does his running around stuff, and he ended up being on a bar. You know, the bar's at the side of the academy.
Yeah.
And he was standing on the bar. He'd obviously got a remote mic. And I thought, oh, how can I not shoot this? And I was with Dave from DF, and I nudged him. I went, "Can I take a photo?" And he went, "No." So, because, I mean, I couldn't get away with taking a sneaky one because I'd asked.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought, if this opportunity ever comes around again, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Because it's that thing, whereas it's better to have something and not need it than need something and not have it. So that's where the silhouette of Newman came from. So, but hey.
No, you've got to do what you got to do, and that's the whole point. You're trying to capture moments.
Yeah.
Moment freezing time, because that's what it's all.
See, it sort of contradicts what I normally tell people. Obey the rules.
Yeah.
The rules are there. You should be able to get what you want within the rules.
Yeah.
But not always.
Not always, yeah.
So it's one of them anomalies, I suppose. So.
Yeah.
You want the next
one? Yeah, go to the next one, yeah.
Come here. what we can be left with. I'll tell you what, I'll go with that one.
Skunk Nancy.
Yeah. Skin.
Skunk
Nancy.
Yeah.
I only got to shoot them the once.
Yeah, myself, I've only shot them once.
Yeah.
Quite a challenge.
Well, yes and no. I mean, what I liked about was one out of all the thousands of gigs that I've ever been to, because I stayed in that one. I didn't just leave after 3. I stayed in that one. Easily in one of my top 10 gigs ever.
Right.
They were absolutely superb. Didn't miss a beat, nothing. And because she's quite photogenic anyway, wears various outfits. I mean, before this one, she'd got like a bunch of black feathers all around it, and she.
Oh right, I've seen that image of a colleague of mine, Naomi. She took a picture like that. Similar.
Yeah, I've got one of her with looking like some weird harpy bird screaming down the mic. You know, I nearly picked that one for the.
Right.
But she's very engaging as well with the crowd. She talks and she's flirty and risque, just entertaining all round. And of course, licking the mic. I don't know what context that was in. Can't remember that.
Yeah.
But I just thought that's a great shot, you know.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I was very pleased with it. So.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed that shoot tremendously.
Yeah.
Really good.
I mean, I think when we go to photograph some of these bands, and if you've not, you just say it was the first time, or you've only shot them once or twice. These are unexpected moments because sometimes, well, I certainly do. Sometimes with YouTube, which is really good, I can watch and see possibly what I'm going to get.
Yeah, that's what I always used to recommend.
Yeah, and moments like that, and it's even going back to Buster as well, with the tongue and certain motions. We talked about Ricky Wilson. He does lash out with his legs and his hands, and he jumps about and different things, and he is quite animated. I've met him a couple of times. Just through because he came in at the pit with me and Westy were in one day. He was getting interviewed, and he sat in my chair and actually looked at my picture of him. Westy would tell you, he was like, he says he's looking at your picture. I thought he was going to touch my computer, but he didn't. So it's quite funny. But no, it's certainly that's a moment, and like yourself, I've photographed her once. It's quite another kind of moment where it can be, the light could be precarious, dark lights as well, and with that image there, she's bright, it's clear, it's nice and sharp as well.
I mean, it's like it was heaven sent kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to snap them up when you get them.
Definitely.
Like I say, it's better to have them than not.
No, I know.
So
yeah.
I mean, fortunately, it was within the first 3 as well. So
that's even better.
Yep.
So we'll go into your 5th and last one. I like this image. I just thought it's just so unique, and people wouldn't think about this picture. Well, I think anyway. When I seen it, when you chose your 5,
I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
Jet Black.
I know.
Rest his soul.
Very unique, and it's. I mean, he just went on and on and on and on. I thought he was going to live forever, as well. But that image just, for me, it was just something I wouldn't even think about doing, especially if you're through a skin of a drum.
Aye. Well, I was always frustrated because when it came to the Stranglers, the hardest person to shoot by some distance was Jet, because he was on a drum riser, and his kit, the way he had his kit was always built up. You know, it was quite a high kit, so it was fairly obscured. I mean, you'd think that the only way of getting a shot of him was from a balcony, maybe, shooting down at him. And it bugged me for quite some time. I mean, I've shot Stranglers umpteen times.
I think I've got them twice, I think.
And I was just frustrated, and I noticed that he didn't always have clear skins on his drums. But you can see straight through that, and it's
absolutely brilliant.
Some drum skins can get marked, even the, you know, so it would have been a bit. But obviously, it was a relatively new skin. And I thought, well, he obviously was moving with his drumming motions.
Yeah.
So if I just hang about here, I mean, I've got everybody else's shot anyway.
Yeah.
And just see if I can get him with his head because he used to sway a little bit.
Right.
So it was a case of trying to, you know, like hit one of them targets on the crystal maze.
Oh, right, yeah.
Get him when he was right in the drum.
Yeah, because he's looking at you.
Yeah, yeah. That's because he was a grumpy so and so as well. But that's another story.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'd not ever seen a shot of Jet Black like that before. Doesn't mean they didn't exist. I mean, I'm going to have to say that. But I'd never seen one before. And being a big Stranglers fan anyway,
yeah,
I figured that if there was one, I should have seen it by now. So I saw that, took the opportunity, luckily got it. And then it was funny because after that, after I'd released it into the wild, so to speak, all of a sudden everybody was shooting that. And I'm thinking...
Right, yeah. You created an idea.
Maybe. I mean, like I say, don't take all the credit for that, because I'm sure somebody else must have done that at some point.
Yeah, it's an inspired idea, isn't it? It's just, we're always
But
thinking.
maybe, I don't know.
I think it's unique.
I just, because I remember one time they were playing Edinburgh, because that was in the Academy in Glasgow.
Right, okay.
But they were playing Edinburgh one time, and Jet was having a really bad day. He was just missing all the cues, and he was, I don't know, he must have been ill or something. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. And JJ actually barked him out on stage.
Oh, right.
Which is unheard of.
Right.
He was really disappointed. He just lost his rag with him. So afterwards, I'd got a load of photos for him to sign. We were waiting for him to come out after. And it was one of them white pens, you know? And it was freezing bloody, it was like in the winter, it was freezing bloody cold. And the PR guy, the tour managers he used to have was a bit of a one. And he came out first and he said, no, they've all gone. So you won't get them signed. I went, no, they haven't all gone at all. I know they haven't all gone. Anyway, I went back in and he came out with Jet, who was in a foul mood because he'd been embarrassed on stage by JJ. So I asked him, can you sign me? And the pen had gone all weird because it was cold, and he was this horrible squiggle on it, which didn't really come out. So fast forward a few years later, wherever, it was at Solfest in Cumbria. And I picked the right year for that. Wilco Johnson, the UK subs, Bomb Scare, Stranglers, and the Damned were all on. It's like a perfect Solfest for me, that. So I'm backstage. I'm backstage with the Stranglers because Dave Greenfield used to be my smoking mate when I was a smoker, and goes in the cabin, and I still got this photo with me. I thought there might be a chance to get it signed finally. And apart from trying to talk French with JJ, which was a big mistake. Oh no. Oh, what a pillock. Anyway, I said to Jet, can you sign me this? You tried signing it once before, but it was on a bad night.
All right, yeah.
And he went, oh yeah, I remember that. So he signed it. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
Shows you, you know, when you're having a bad day, how you can come across. And
definitely.
Then on any other day.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about that was when the Stranglers don't like dry ice.
Right.
And they don't have it because one of the members is asthmatic. That member was supposed to be Dave Greenfield, who used to outsmoke me.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, that used to take some doing that. So when I said to him one time, I said, you know, the member of the Stranglers that's asthmatic, that doesn't like dry ice, he just looked at me. Let's say it was Jet.
Right, yeah.
I said, oh, okay. So, yeah, the shot of Jet, though, is I saw the opportunity.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know that, it'd become so popular, because it has.
Yeah.
I
don't you've probably seen some other shots like that, but I haven't seen anything like that. I suppose there's certain bits of the drummer, because the drummer tends to get neglected, unless they're a really famous drummer and they have put the drummer at the front.
Yeah.
Because I have if I've been on stage or a festival, a couple of drummers, if I'm up near the drummer, they'll do the old Buster tongue, and one of the lads, Danny from the band that did For Let's Rock, Dan the man, every time I went up near the drum riser, he would turn to me and stick his tongue out to me.
Or they get the stick.
The stick up, point the stick, and I think that's just brilliant.
Yeah.
You get a nice depth of field with that as well, with the blur or whatever. And that's what I tend to look for, because I think you can just take a picture of someone, unless there's something there to trigger, oh, that's a good image. It can be quite static with a drummer, and you just see a head in between a set of drums.
See, I've got one that I nearly chose of Robin Guy when he was playing with Sham 69.
Right.
And it was at Rebellion, which means I could be wherever I wanted to be. And I was next to the drum riser at the back. And I took a shot with Robin Guy on the left-hand side, with the stage and the other guys on the stage, and then all the crowd. With Robin Guy was flicking his head back, so his hair was all like that.
Right, yeah.
And that's probably my second favourite drummer shot. But they are difficult to shoot.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if I hadn't got that kind of access, I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah.
And of course, he's passed away since as well.
I know, yeah.
So, it's happening more and more, isn't it?
Yeah, because I go through a lot of my images over the last 15, 16 years that I've been doing music stuff, and I can see it.
Shocking.
Changing. Yeah.
I mean, on my Facebook, on my Gig Tog Facebook one, I've got Great Gig in the Sky, which is a photograph of everybody that I photographed who's since passed away. And that, I think that's in triple figures now.
Wow.
It's...
Yeah.
But, you know, we're all getting older.
Well, yeah, it's all going to come to us eventually, isn't it?
And the majority of these people... I mean, I always counted generation as being 7 years. So that's when I was 15. 22-year-old, not Jet Black, because he was really old anyway.
Yeah, he was.
Or Charlie Harper, same thing.
Yeah,
Charlie. But a lot of them were, you know, around about 22, 23.
Yeah.
So now I'm 60.
I'll be 60
all
next year.
approaching 70.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I've always said that if you can make 70, you're doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be looking to get to mid-60s to be perfectly honest.
Maybe a wee bit longer than that. Oh, we can go for part 3 of our interview soon.
Well, if there's one thing to hang on for, maybe that's it.
Yeah, definitely. So that's the 5 images. It's actually cracking 5 images. It's a little bit different format from the last interview, but it's certainly a great choice, and we could go on forever on a lot of the images, like we say. So the next stage of the interview is about the industry.
Right.
There's only 3 questions in this little part. So first question: how has music photography changed since you started? I mean, you're still seeing it in a way, although you're not physically.
Well, I can only say what I learned from mates like Westy and stuff. For instance, my contact list for bands or people was quite extensive at one point,
right, and
was guarded with ferocity, basically. And I mentioned something like this to Westy a while back, and he said, "Oh no, everybody shares everything now." Do they? I don't think I'd get on with it now.
No,
you know. I mean, it seems weird saying old school, but I'm more old school.
Yeah.
We're not talking film. But
yeah, I know.
Attitude-wise.
Yeah, because I started in film, and I think we touched on about the mirrorless, and I'm not knocking the new generation at all, but I think when you look at the old generation photographers who started in film and then having to go and get that developed and not sure if they've got the shot.
Exactly.
Whereas nowadays they're holding up these LCDs and going click, 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 click. And then they'll get the presets on them and then just share them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're creative. They are creative, but are they a music photographer? Are they a photographer?
Well, yeah.
That's the way I look at it as well.
There's an advert on the TV at the moment about house prices where somebody goes, "Oh, this is a nice house. How much did it cost?" And the whole room goes quiet and they'll go,
yeah, I've seen that a bit.
Now, with these other sites that I'm on, hi, I'm a newbie and I'm wanting to get into gig photography.
Yeah.
I've got this band playing very soon. Anybody got a contact for them? The generation I'm from would be like that advert. They'll go,
Correct.
You can't ask that.
No.
But now I get the impression that everybody goes, oh yeah, sure, it's this person.
Yeah.
Or if you got... So I normally say, look, use Google, try and find out who the PR is.
Do the work, yeah.
Try and... There's normally something on the Facebook page that'll point you in the right direction and just pursue that.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of them these days just seem to want somebody to give it to them on a plate.
They do.
So I'm of the generation where you don't do that. It's about betraying a trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I explained to somebody recently, they wanted a particular gig and they know that I know and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, I'm afraid I can't do that because the only contacts I've got is their own personal email.
Yeah.
You know, the band members and stuff. And there's no way, there's no way I can let you know that.
Yeah.
And then they come back with, could you ask for me? Well, no, because when you're known to be friends with whoever they are, I used to get it with the subs quite a lot. They say, oh, can you get me? No. Before they could get anything else out. No, I can't get you free tickets. I can't get you backstage. I can't get you free merch.
Yeah.
I can't get you, you know.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Just don't ask,
No,
really.
no.
It's not the done thing.
Do the work, do the research.
Yeah.
Have a good portfolio of work.
Yeah.
Do the groundwork.
Yeah.
Start from the beginnings.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people just want to go and do the top bands straight away, immediately. And you shouldn't be doing that.
Anybody could walk, I think I've said this before, probably. Anybody can walk into the Hydro. Well, they can't, but
I know
take photographs. And the lighting's normally phenomenal, isn't it?
And
then they go, oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh, really? Really? You go to a black metal gig in audio. You see if you can do it there.
Audio, yeah.
With no pit.
Yeah.
With the people moshing like nutters, banging into you.
Yeah.
You try with no light.
Yeah. So, what's your honest view on photographers working unpaid?
Well, I mean, a lot of the time, no, but you haven't got a choice. You know.
Yeah.
Paid gigs.
Yeah.
Are in comparison.
Yeah.
You have to take it on the chin. I mean, a lot of photographers have got a main job, and they do this at night.
Yeah.
Now, I only did that. The thing is, I mean,
your free time.
I've been asked a few times for certain photos. Do you sell them? Oh, yeah, if you want. How much for this? And I've told them the price. They've gone, what? How much?
Yeah.
What do you mean, how much?
Yeah.
You try and get, you know. They've come back with, I could get a photo like that when they found it, and I've gone, crack on then.
Crack on then, yeah.
You know, if you want mine, fine. You have to pay what I consider to be a reasonable amount. I've always made mine always hard to get anyway.
Yeah.
It's all about creating, I don't know, creating a persona and, like I said, known as the Terminator or the grumpy photographer. And,
yeah.
and I ran with that a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, as you know, I'm not that grumpy, really.
No, I know.
I am when I'm working, though.
Yeah, yeah, because it's
my job.
Yeah, it's your job, and you take it seriously, and it's a craft.
Yeah. You don't get paramedics turning up at a crash site and start singing Dancing Queen because they were watching Mamma Mia. Yeah.
So it's reflection. We're now going into reflection.
Okay.
Okay, in the final part of the interview, Fishbones. So thanks for sticking this out. It's been enjoyable. I could chat for hours. And we can still do that anyway off camera.
Yeah. And will probably.
They definitely will. What do you miss most from not being able to shoot photography? Because your question's slightly different from that.
What do I miss the most?
Yeah.
The camaraderie. The the social side of it.
Yeah.
Because not only did you get to know all the photographers and some of the regular crowd that would turn up, not just for a particular band, but a particular venue, you know, and the staff, the security staff and whatever. But the bands themselves, I mean, that's why me and the missus have been going to Rebellion for a lot.
Rebellion. I've never been. I'd like to go.
Purely for the social. Yeah. And again, it's for people that we don't see other than at Rebellion. Yeah. Like, you know, my American friends. See, the thing that kills me the most is I can't go now. I can't go to Rebellion. Now, the Dickies are my favourite band ever.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they're good friends of mine as well. And the last time they're going to be playing the UK ever is going to be Rebellion.
Right.
Because they're quitting. The last album's coming out. Leonard's doing his book. My photos, hopefully, are in that. And fortunately, they're doing a few gigs before Rebellion. And one of them's in Glasgow.
Right.
They're playing audio, which is not the best.
No, I know.
If you want to be backstage, because there isn't really one.
No, there's not. It's like one room.
The cubby hole where the bands normally sit is no better than the broom covers, really.
Yeah.
But because Leonard wants to meet up because my photos are in his book. So they've suggested we should do that in the Crystal Palace, but I'm sure he's going to get bugged in there as well.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like being bugged, you know. But I should be able to see him there.
Yeah.
I hate going to gigs now. Sounds stupid.
I can understand that because
Everything's too much trouble now.
Yeah.
I only plan on going 3. Stiff Up Fingers and Barrows, the Dickies in audio, and the Pistols in Edinburgh. Nothing else. I'm gonna miss the social side of Rebellion because that's all we did.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the moment I've lined up 2 other interviews. One being a part 2 for Raymond Thompson. He's one of the photographers down there, and we touched on the new photographer Molly Trainer.
Yeah, Molly.
Yeah, and Molly had spoken to me briefly when I got her on board for the interview. She mentioned how she loves sitting talking to you and listening to your stories. Yeah,
which I've got.
And she's quite fond of you.
She's a good sort.
And I think from that point of view, she'll always be looking for you to give her advice and guidance as well. And I think you've still got that kind of contact, which is
so I've messaged her a few times with a bit of advice here and there.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to her interview
because she's promising up and coming.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's some things that she needs to polish up. Obviously, she's got an eye already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see her being a mainstay for many years to come.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We're going to the last 2 questions.
Okay.
And it goes on to possibly another question I'll ask about who we should suggest up and coming, or I should interview, which we did in the last interview.
Yeah.
But what advice would you give someone stepping into their first pit?
Listen to the people who know what they're talking about.
Right.
Listen to the staff, the security staff, the pit staff.
Yeah.
Don't presume that you know more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't. Don't go with an attitude going, I'm here now. Everybody stand back because I'm here. No, don't work like that.
Yeah.
Be humble.
Yeah.
Do your job. Don't sing.
Yeah.
You know, do the job. You've only got a limited amount of time. Make the most of it.
Yeah.
Don't waste it. Don't wear backpacks.
Yeah, true. So, how critical are you of your own work?
Nobody wears.
Yeah, I think we're all bad for that.
Even when I've sorted through whatever I got on an evening, I'm going, that's enough. Maybe it might only be 15 shots of a 5-piece band or something, I don't know. I'm going, that's banging. But there's always going to be somebody else out there who goes, oh no, I don't like that because. I mean, I said before in my other interview that I did railway photography. And I'd go out, it wasn't something where you come back with a shed load of photos.
Yeah.
You'd drive around the central belt here and there, getting one shot of that, one shot of that, one shot of that. So maybe after a whole day being out, I'd come back with 8 shots. And I know which one I like the most. And I say, wait till the guys see this. And I'd upload these 8, expecting people to look at the one that I like the most, going, wow, I like that one.
Yeah.
And none of them did, and they all liked another one.
Yeah.
That I just thought was average. So, regardless of how well you think you've done, to your own mind, you probably have.
Yeah.
But to other people's, they'll see it differently.
Yeah.
So, there's no single point where what you can reach where nobody will argue with you, and everybody will say that is the best photo of that person on that night that you'll ever get, because somebody will always do better.
Yeah.
Or not like it because.
Yeah.
And that because could be anything.
Yeah.
So photos are very personal in that.
I think it's always good as well. We talked about earlier on in the interview about taking criticism. And that's possibly another bit of the advice you would probably give to someone, because I know that a lot of people are very, well, why do you not like my work? And then they throw the toys out the cupboard. There's a few photographers that I know are a bit like that. Yeah. And if they don't get something, they don't get a gig or whatever, and you've got it, just take it on the chin, because there's going to be more opportunities, and you've probably had opportunities that other people haven't got as well. So
I used to say that if you can't take a no, put your camera down and buy a banjo.
Yeah.
Which is, well, you sort of get what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I remember earlier on in the digital.
Yeah.
I didn't have a full frame. And some of the shots, I think it was a 350D I was using at the time.
Right. Yeah.
And one guy at a gig said, "Oh, you're blah blah, aren't you?" Yeah. The guy with the funny name. Yeah. He says, "Your photographs are really contrasty, aren't they?" I said, "Are they?" Something I hadn't really thought about. And with him saying that, I didn't go, "Oh, how dare you?" No, fair enough. I came back and looked back at what I'd got up to that point, and I thought, actually, yeah, he's kind of right there.
Yeah.
And that was more not to do with the camera and the shots that I'd taken. It was more to do with the way I edited.
Yeah.
So that was valuable to me. He thought he might have been having a dig.
Right.
You know how some people can be.
Yeah, well, there is. That's a lot.
But actually, he did me a favour. Again, it's another step along the route, because you never stop learning.
No, I know.
No matter how long you've done it, or who you've shot, or how many gigs you've done.
Yeah.
If you say you've stopped learning, you've given up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm giving up with that light. But anyway, that's fine. Closing bit. So with that, I'd like to thank you for the second part of our interview, Music Behind the Lens.
Yeah, I enjoy it tremendously.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Fishbones. Thanks again. This has been Music Behind the Lens. My name is Martin Bone, and we'll catch you in the next interview.
The next interview.
The next interview, yeah.
Well, I can't guarantee what I'll be like then.